That's right, we're back on the 52 split bug now. Winter's coming, we're gonna dive into it a lot more now, and I wanna drive it 2026 summer. So, I'm not at the Clement household, or I'm not at my dad's shop. We are actually in Tom's garage today. So, I'm gonna give you guys a quick little rundown of Tom's shop, just so, because I know you guys are gonna be asking questions about these cars. I'm gonna jump into it a little bit quickly here. If you guys know the channel, that is, the 63 notchback that we had picked up from Rob and Ray's up Island. And now this, that doesn't look like a Volkswagen body if you ask me, but that looks like a Volkswagen pan and front end. So, I'll give you a sneak peek. This isn't even close to being done. Tom's got a crazy idea with this, but it's a Ford Prefect on a Beetle pan. Tom picked it up this way, and Tom's gonna make it 10 times cooler than what it was when he got it. There's a little sneak peek on, something you might see later in the channel. And look at that. It even has semaphores, so it's pretty rad. But anyways, that's what you're gonna see in the background here. So, I don't want anyone to be commenting what the heck's in the background. Now you guys know. So, we got Tom. Good morning. So, today, Tom found us a license plate to paint on, perfect. We picked up paint for the 52. So, we're gonna
sample color.
Sample color, yes, exactly. We have two colors that we've kind of seen out in the wild on other vehicles, and we think these might be something on the idea that we want to paint the 52. As you guys know, I like the green color, and I want to go a really dark green on the car because it's going to be standard. It's kind of just period correct to a certain degree, but a little bit custom. That's going to be the first part of this video, is testing out some colors and see if we liking it. Second part of this video is we got the early ribbed one-piece window doors for my 52. And we're gonna do a little bit of work on them. They need to be shrunken, the metal needs to be shrunken in some spots because they are a little warped. So we're gonna do a little bit of body work on those as well today. Tom's brought some tools from his work. Shout out to Tom, he's a great body guy, so he's gonna guide me and show me his little bit of ways. So, ciao Tom. So let's figure out some paint first. We're gonna spray on here and see what we think of these two colors that we picked up. Oh no, it's black.
That's pretty black.
I think that was the Toyota color, which we got a little bit of gold flake taken out. So this is gonna be quite dark green. This is probably gonna be too dark green. Holy hell. Hey Tom, though, I thought you wanted to paint the 52 black. There you go. It's best of both worlds. It's a slight green with black.
All right, let's go for it.
I'm wondering though, if we sprayed that on like a white primer, I know it wouldn't lighten it up much.
No, it would just make it so you have to add more coats to get coverage.
Never mind then.
You still have to get coverage.
Would it not lighten up though? If you painted that on a gray primer compared to white though, would it change the color at all?
No, it's just a matter of how many coats you got put on.
Okay, well I was hoping that would change a little bit of the finish.
You're thinking candies, but...
Oh, is that where I'm getting into that?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. So I was on the right track.
Uh-huh.
Just not at all. I got your stick.
Safety first.
Yeah. Whew. Looks pretty black.
It does have a green hue to it though.
It does. So this is actually a Toyota color that I found on like the 3rd gen Tacomas, but it had a lot of gold flake in it. Or is that the right term, Tom? Gold flake?
Mica.
That's it, thank you. I knew there was a weird term for it. So we actually took that out because it was way too sparkly. It looked candy. And I was like, I'm not building my 52 to look like a lowrider. So, but doing so, it makes it quite dark. But let's see in the sunshine. It's hard to tell. And on camera, it's a lot more difficult to tell too. On camera, it looks very black. And in person.
That's definitely black.
Okay, good.
Close enough to black.
Okay, yeah, we might as well call that black. So, we're not doing that color, T-Dog. Even though Tom wants to paint my car black.
If you're going black, go true black.
Oh yeah, exactly. We're not gonna do a half-ass almost black. Well, that sucks. Let's try the second one. But that's why we test this stuff.
Oh, I think we got a winner.
Does that mean you like it?
I don't know.
Tom doesn't like any of my ideas. See, I don't mind that, but I almost wonder if that should be a slight tinge darker.
You just don't want to call it a Chrysler color.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, because this is a Chrysler color, and yeah, I don't really want that to be labeled like that. But actually, Tom and I were sitting at the Great Canadian Show, weren't we? And we saw like a Jeep Gladiator drive through, and it had like this green to it. This is the color from the Jeep Gladiator. And Tom and I both looked at each other and were like, that's, well, actually, no, back it up. Tom told me about this color about 6 months ago, and I told him he was a fucking idiot. And then I saw the Jeep at Great Canadian with Tom, and Tom went, hey, that's a cool color. And then I didn't realize that was actually the color he was talking about 6 months ago. And now I actually saw it in person and went, that's not bad. Gives me like a pea green vibe.
This is very close to that oval you're looking at.
See, I think this might be a little bit darker. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a photo of that oval right here and see if that color looks a lot like the same. I don't know. It is very close, actually, now that you say it, Tom.
Just love these Princess Auto fittings.
They're sick.
Daisy, come on.
She doesn't want to be white anymore. She wants to be green. Like, I like that color. It's identical to that oval.
I wouldn't say it's identical, but it's pretty, I like the color.
Do you?
I do.
Guys, everyone, we got on footage. Tom likes something that I did. Do you think that's the vibe? You also got to remember, we're going to do no trim. There's going to be nothing. Paint match, door handles, headlight rings. Well, KDF headlight covers. Bumpers are going to be painted that same color.
It's going to be too much, but still.
That was my concern.
But no matter what color you pick, if you do that, it's going to be too much.
Well, that's the goal I'm going for.
Too much.
You're too much. But does that give too military-like?
Well, we'll call it Sarge.
I hate you. Also, we got to get back on the Prefect here. I missed a lot of things. Tom, do you want to explain anything that you've done to this?
I got a 2-inch tranny raise, but that's only just a mock-up because that's a hard mount. I want engine mounts on it. I did buy the 4-inch line bug drop plates, but they were too much, so I shortened them to 2.5. I'm going to reinforcement plate all that when it gets further along. It's got a factory rag top. It's got factory semaphores, crotch coolers, front safari. That's all factory.
So it's basically...
Almost a Volkswagen.
It's almost a Volkswagen.
But it is a British Ford, 1951. And it's a 74 Beetle pan.
So pretty rad. And like, spam the comments. When's the last time you've seen a Prefect? I'll tell you right now, I bet you haven't seen one.
And then I'm trying a 6-inch narrowed beams. Hopefully the front wheels will sit under, but we'll...
Yeah, because of these fenders, right? We have an issue.
Yeah, they were sticking out when I bought it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, someone already kind of built this on this Beetle pan, so this isn't actually Tom's quality.
They slapped it on a Beetle pan, tack welded around it. That's about all he got, so... But I'm setting the suspension at a 2.5-inch drop, and then I'm putting the body down so it's 4 inches clearance from the ground. And then I'll go from there. And then I'm going to air ride it after that.
This thing's going to be pretty fucking nuts, not going to lie. So, something different, too. It's not a Volkswagen.
Well, it's a Volkswagen.
Well, it's a Volkswagen, but not Volkswagen body.
Without being a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
So.
Tate's going to have competition on his NSU pan swap. But yeah, and then there's the 6-inch narrow beam Tom was talking, so he's just cutting all the springs right now and narrowing them and everything.
And these are the wheels I was planning on putting on it.
Oh, Tom's showing us wheels.
But I think the tires are too small for it, but...
17s.
But I want bigger tires. They're too much rubber bands.
Sorry, Notchback, you're not getting touched in a while.
I'm going to do a double glove box dash with a center speedo again too. Just kind of oval look or
split bug.
Bug look, but
yeah, it'll be rad.
Somebody already modified the wipers to go up top. So they open with the Safari.
Are you going to do that same? Are you going to keep that?
I'm going to keep that. Yeah.
That was kind of like also with my split bus. Some guy did that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the idea originally.
Yeah. So when the Safari's open, the wipers came out with them. Kind of a cool idea. All right, back on the 52. So there you guys go. There's a green paint. That's a flat right now because, it's just a base coat. But, I don't know, Tom. Tom seemed to like it. Comment down below what you guys think. Remember, there's no chrome trim on this car. None of that. Bumpers are going to be paint matched. Headlight rings are going to be paint matched. Door handles will be paint matched. There'll be a little bit of black accents here and there. but you're gonna see a lot of that color.
Did you want to try darker?
Are you just gonna get mad scientists up in this shit?
Well, do you need to keep any of this?
No, fuck, give her, I know the color. Don't go too dark, don't go too dark. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, go darker, yeah. See, I think going darker might be not a bad idea, but now it just makes it way more of a pain in the ass when we need to get new paint. Tom suggested it, so I might as well do it.
There you go.
So hard to tell on camera. Oh yeah, you guys can see a bit better. I don't know, I'm liking the darker green. Thomas, what do you think?
I like lighter.
I don't know, man. Well, we're gonna sit on that. I'm gonna bring this home and sleep with it and get a game plan of what I like better. But those are kind of the vibes we're gonna go for color-wise. So let me know what you guys think.
Okay.
So,
or if you want black, let them know too.
all right, well, we're gonna clean this up and we're gonna get on to working on the rib doors. So for some of you guys that don't know, this is a rib door. This little rib here is how you know it's an early door. And also it's a one piece, so there's no D window that comes down here. These are quite rare doors, you could say, and they're worth a pretty penny. So, but we're having some issues with them. They are not in the greatest shape. This is not supposed to be happening, as you guys would figure. So we have the body man specialist to help me out.
Yeah, we've also had some welding done on the door previously. Like this corner's been replaced. We had the doors completely sandblasted, and this is a coat of epoxy. It was just a quick coat of epoxy. It's all kind of stripey.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
But yeah, it's just enough so it doesn't corrode again. But now we're gonna have to take some of the epoxy off and heat shrink some of these spots.
Because, yeah.
Get rid of the oil can.
I think it's only this door that's really the issue. I think the passenger door is not too bad.
So this is the Unispotter, kind of an old school, kind of came out in the 90s. It's not really what we use today in the normal auto body industry. This is a shrinking tip. It's just a flat copper tip that heats the metal up rapidly, and then we'll just cool it with a rag, and it will start bringing the metal back into shape. I didn't bring home my other tips or anything like that, so we're gonna be kind of limited today, but we'll do what we can. When we do this, we're kind of feeling for the highest spot of the whole panel. Right now, we kind of need to bring this back up. Once you bring this up, this will become tighter. And these doors don't have any reinforcement in behind, so they are going to be soft.
So what happens when you build old stuff? They didn't build them nicely. It's like the barn door split bus doors. They're like paper thin out of factory. And if any of you guys know any of those buses, those barn door buses, they rust out horribly because they are built so thin.
Using a file, they call it a slat file, but it's something this one's just homemade. But even just the texture of the file actually shrinks the metal to some degree. I created a high spot with the dolly right there, which I need to tap down. I'm definitely not a metal worker like most people on YouTube these days, but.
We didn't show too much because I just didn't want to show 30 minutes of Tom smacking metal together.
So yeah, it has been about half an hour. It is getting along a lot better. We're still a long ways to go. We got this whole crease up through here. We got this dent up through here.
And
the metal's tight now.
yeah.
But we're gonna try to do as least amount of filler as we can. My rule of thumb is I try to get under 2 millimeters thick, which a lot of you people will think is a lot, but that's kind of industry standard for auto body these days for a collision aspect anyways. Even the BMW training and stuff like that, that's kind of what they feel is acceptable, is 2 millimeters maximum.
And to be honest, we want to make this car look straight and nice. Using that little bit of fillers, it is needed to build a show car.
Well, even my bus outside, which you've seen in videos before, the whole thing is covered in Bondo from one end to the other. But that paint job is 28 years old now, and there's very little failure in the Bondo. If Bondo's done right, it's not a bad thing. It's just when it came out, people abused it. They treated it like drywall mud.
We're gonna continue a little bit more on trying to make this a bit more solid, but as you can tell, before this used to be a tin can. That would just go tonk tonk.
There is still a few things I can't get very good access to that I want to get a pinner, do a little bit better, like in here and stuff. And up here, there's the reinforcement in the back. You can sort of reach it, but not great.
Well, I think we have dialed it in decently enough for now. We're still gonna have to use a pinner and a couple more things, but all we got is the little shrinker right now. So there's a very simple way of how we do it, or how this guy helps me do it. Unfortunately, we don't have all the correct tools that we need, but we gotta use what we got at the moment, and we'll get back on this door another day when we have all the correct tools we need, and more time.
Yeah.
There's been a couple people that have messaged us and want to actually see the 23 window a little bit more. So let's show you guys Tom's 23 window that you've had for how many years?
36, 37 years?
Yeah, so
like
longer than I've ever even been alive or existing. Go check her out. So, Tom's 1963 23 window that has been highly modified, but also very tastefully done. My favorite part, we'll start off, is the Volkswagen Caddy dash. So Tom has actually pieced two Volkswagen Caddy tailgates that were...
They were both damaged. One was hitting the left, one was hitting the right. I got the idea there was an oval window back in the 90s that was in Volksworld. So I thought, hey, that would fit in a bus pretty damn nice. They didn't do the speedo in the O because it was right-hand drive, but it seemed to pan out really well.
So one of my favorite things about it, and you know, Tom got rid of your main air vent that comes underneath here. So we got rid of that. He's got his tack up there, his fuel.
It's been tub 2 inches. It's been a beam raise 2 inches, which was done long before the internet. Also built a homemade flip seat. It's got flat bar and flat washers. Haven't finished the bottom cushion yet, but allows you to sit backwards, visit with people while you're camping or sitting at car shows.
And for some of you split bus nerds, you know that was actually a factory option. I think, was it SO34s?
I don't know the number.
Oh, don't quote me on it. I think it was an SO34. So Volkswagen did campers, which are known as SO, so special orders. Like my dad's 67 split window bus is SO42. And I think then there was a couple other different ones. You know, you got an SO1, which is a sales flat, blah, blah, blah. The factory flip seat, I think was an SO34. But anyways, cool feature, and Tom built his own.
And the bumpers have been narrowed 1.5 inches on both sides, front and rear. This bus is a 63. I made it look like a 58, but it's gonna go back to looking like a 63 again. The bullets are coming off. They're gonna put the fried eggs back on it and stuff, put the proper taillights in it. This bus actually originally came as a 15 window, 6 pop out bus. It's the roof is off a 67, 21 window. It actually fit quite well, but I know it makes it a fake, but I did that long before anybody else was doing it. Well, back early 90s type thing is when the roof went on it. It's got front and rear busboys safaris, which were like the old school original idea of safaris.
They were like the OG gangster ones back in the day.
The OG ones, yeah.
Tom went into the point even like back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
There was a bus down in Seattle that had French taillights, a flat engine lid and everything else. I think it was Franklin's bus.
Oh, really?
And I was super excited about it. It was my first real Volkswagen show. Came back. It's like I had to Frank something in there. So
Tom did the taillights. It's no offense, Tom. I know it was done years ago.
I know, it is very dated.
It is my least favorite thing done to your bus. But like you said, Tom built this years ago.
I did my own rendition of a Cyclops light. I built that out of the typical 40s Ford headlight bucket. Decided to put it on the back, put the old school bus stop light in it. So, and it actually has a fog light bulb in it, so it's super bright.
I have mad respect for this guy because he built this when he was, what, 20?
Yeah, early 20s.
Yeah, so Tom was my age when he built this bus, learning, and this is the same bodywork and paint job 25 years ago, and it's still holding up. So, you know, all you local guys that are watching know this bus very, very well, and you know, even the guys down in the States know this bus quite well because of the dash and the history of this guy right here. I was raised in this bus a lot too. This bus and Dad's SO42 were the two buses I kind of grew up in, so I got very lucky. I got a camper and a passenger split bus, which is pretty fortunate to be that. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoy having Tom around because I think you guys are going to see him a lot more. Tom's going to kind of give us more of the learning aspect of teaching us a couple things about bodywork here and there, and then getting him a little bit more comfortable behind the camera, which is good. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We'll talk to you guys later.